All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Dione Robinson, also known as Ethereal Author, and I'm here to present to you a illustration in Photoshop. This time, I'm going to do something a little bit out of the pocket. Give me a second. Give me 1 second over here. Gotta turn down my radio. Okay, so pretty much today, first of all, I'd like to say thank you and welcome to the channel. I'm pretty much trying to start some new endeavors, doing some live stream, and pretty much, I'm here to present to you my art and skill, my information, and not information, but my knowledge. What I have picked up over the years as being a graphic designer, web designer, well, all in all, a multimedia specialist. However, though, pretty much, I just like to reach out to reach out to people. If you would like to understand what is art, what is dealing with Photoshop. Pretty much, I am a veteran at Photoshop. Am I an expert? I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I do know some things. I do know some techniques, which has gotten me through the years to to be where I'm at today. So today I'm planning on doing is I'm going to turn a actual picture into maybe turn a picture into a actual painting. I did before, using the Instagram picture. I'll post it up later. Or matter of fact, maybe I'll do another session in that, but we'll see. Excuse me, get some things off here real quick. So pretty much dealing with dealing with Photoshop. You know, pretty much I think it's a wonderful tool. I've been dealing with Photoshop for over 20 years. Um, and pretty much, I really like enjoy, working with it. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the painting. But before get get things going, I would like to say first of all, I would like to say that please like and subscribe if you like the show or like the live stream. In addition to if you like the live stream, make sure you share and like. Uh, share. That really helps out a lot. Give a comment. Let me know what you think about the actual piece and stuff like that. So pretty much, I'm going to do is this. Like I really chose a difficult piece to do. I consider a difficult piece, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to like strip this down and rebuild it back up. As far as like basically just do a lot of manipulation with the picture here. So here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get ready to get started, and I'm going to make multiple. I'm going to make multiple layers to the to the to the piece here. So I'm gonna duplicate this. I don't know how many times I'm gonna do it, but I want to keep it as a base layer. Keep the original layer. I'm gonna rename it as original. You know, and I'm not even gonna fool with that. That's just gonna be something like if I mess up or whatever, I have to start over. This would be the original piece I would go to. This is gonna be the base one. I'm gonna rename this base, and I'm gonna duplicate this at least about 5 times. Now I don't know how many layers I'm gonna need. Depending on the situation. Um, and because pretty much like you never know what is needed when you do something, do a painting. Sometimes you gotta treat like digital art as actually you're actually painting, which you are. You're just doing it more of a you're just doing it more on with binary. You're doing it with binary binary canvas and put it that way. So here we go. So I'm gonna make let me see. I'm gonna make one more. Let me After I do this, I'll make one more. I'll have like five, make 5 duplicate layers. Do it right here. Okay, so here we go. Give me 1 second. Also, I do like to say I do apologize. I do have allergies, so it really has been kicking my behind. So Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so here we go. I got 5 layers, right? I'm going to do is I'm going to go to these eyes here. I'm going to turn off every layer except for layer number 1. But except for these last 3 layers here, the one based on the original. So I'm going to turn all these off. And what I'm going to do is after I do that, I'm going to go to filter. And what I want to do is with the filter, I'm going to, I'm really going to basically just turn this into like maybe like a watercolor, just mess it up a real bit. So here it is. I got my canvas. I know right now, it's kind of tempting to use all the cool stuff, but I really want to maybe, I really want to take off the details first. Just take it out of its original state. Let me see. Also, you may have to play around with it, with the sliders to get what you want. As I'm doing here, until I find one. Also, I don't want to make sure the sharpness off, but I just want to make sure, like I find which one I'm looking for. Let's see, diffuse glow. Here we go. It's not what I'm looking for. So pretty much, this is a freestyle video as well. All right, I want to do another. I want to hit it again. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to change it back. This is what I do. Go back to filters, and this is going to be a freestyle session. I don't really have any actual plans. I'm just basically just playing around with this piece here. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know how it's going to look. I'm just basically just going along with the flow. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to see what dry brush looks like. Because pretty much it doesn't change it that much. Because I really want to distort this picture here because it really is going to really help me build. It's going to help me build what I want to see. So this I guess we can start with cutout, and I'm going to turn it up high. Give it a number of layers. Just play around with it. It's not really that hard. You know, well, I ain't say it's hard, but you just play around with it. Because I'm gonna start off from dark, then I'm gonna start off with light, then I'm gonna go in with dark, then I'm gonna go back in with light. Just basically go back and forth between shades and stuff. Just basically just keep playing around with it because I do want to look distorted just as much as possible because it's gonna really help me sell the painting effect. Also, this thing is processing slow. I guess it's because it's a large file. So I'm going to get fast results. I'm going to bring down the resolution in a minute. So let me do this. Click OK. I guess it's okay. You know, and before I do, let me turn down the resolution, the image size and resolution. I got this file off of unsplash.com. It's a pretty good site. Make sure you go check it out. They give you good, high quality stuff. They give you good high quality pictures, for free. Make sure this is clicked together. Let's bring it back down by 10, by 6, and bring it up to 200. I always like to keep my resolution to 200. There you go. All right, that should help with the processing speed of the RAM. All right. Okay, so as you see, like this was the first layer. I kind of screwed around a bit. Now it doesn't look really fleshed out. Everything looks kind of crazy. So pretty much like what I did is I had in mind to just make it distorted as possible. So now what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna do another. Double. I'm gonna do a double filter with this take here, because like sometimes a lot of times you can do filters on top of it, so you can get a different effect. You know. Let me see. Say if you want to do another cutout, you can. Just waiting for it to process. It should be processing right now. Okay, see now there we go. See now this is like this is what I really was looking for, because I really want to get rid of the I really want to get rid of the details at first. There you go. So that's what I really wanted. That's what I really wanted right here. Get rid of all the details, at first. That way I can just play around with the way I want to. Now I'm gonna go to the next layer. But first of all, let me do this. I'm gonna go to the next layer. Let me do this. I'm gonna set a new layer at the bottom. It'll be white matte. Because remember, I really want this to be light as possible. Like maybe like a watercolor wash, maybe. And I'm going to turn down the filter here. I mean the opacity. Here we go. Also, let me turn off the other ones here as well. And don't forget to don't forget to color your layer here. Give me 1 second. There we go. There you see that's light as I want to be. I'm gonna turn it up just a tad bit. I don't want it too light. I do still want to see it. All right. So we got it I got it light as possible, which I want. So next what I'm gonna do, go here, and I'm going to turn it. I'm gonna turn this layer down. I'm gonna go to layer 2 here. Excuse me. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Matter of fact, let's turn this white into just give it like a yellow effect. See what it looks like. Sometimes I like to play around with it. I mean, this is art. Give it a warm feel. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. Give it a little warm feel. Maybe it's a hot sunny day. Not who knows? Give it a warm day. So what I'm gonna do here now, I'm going to let's turn it back white. I could do that. Like I said, this is gonna be a freestyle piece. So let's turn that back white. All right. So let's go to layer 2. Let's do some detail work here. And what I'm gonna do with layer 2 is pretty much I'm gonna turn this back up so we can see it better. All right. So what we're gonna do with layer 2 here is pretty much we're going to well, first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna darken it a bit, just the levels here, and you can slide it down and bring it down to give it more detail. Give it a filler, right? Also, I want to increase the vividness of the picture here, so that's why I'm like playing around with the slider. All right. Now, next thing I want to do is I want to keep that as that. I'm going to go to the third layer, and I'm going to add another filter here. I don't want that filter. Give me 1 second. Go to filter gallery, and I think I'm going to mess around with posterization. I'm not quite sure. Let's play around with, like I said, I like to click around and see what I'm getting. See what the different effects are. Pretty nice watercolor. I might come back to that. Let me see. Paint sponge. Got fresco. Not neon gold. We got dry brush. I like dry brush. I like that dry brush. Let's see what we get with dark strokes here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a dry brush, and I'll come back with the dark strokes. All right. Also, one thing I like about this is it's beginning to look more like anime-ish too as well. You know, it doesn't look too serious. All right, so what I'm gonna do is this. I'm going to push this up here, and I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to go here and cut on 4, and I'm going to filter, convert to no, I don't want to do that. Go to filter gallery, right? So we're gonna do dark brush, and the reason why I'm doing dark brush because it has a lot of a lot of dark details here. So all right, so what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna push this back here, and I'm going to slide up the. As you see, it's popping out a little bit better. See, let's take that away. Let's take away the. I'm gonna turn this down just a bit. It's like 100%. Turn this down just a bit. There we go. I'll say maybe about 50%. Then we go back here. As you see, it's kind of filling up filling up by itself here, which is pretty good. Also, we get little details in the mountains and stuff like that. As you can see there, pretty good right there. I'm gonna turn down. Let me see. Like I said, basically I'm just playing around with it. I'm not really too concerned about what it looks like. You know, at the moment, I'm just basically just playing around with it. Also, I may add some color in here. You know, basically like change the color around. As like maybe if you want to change seasons, you know, you could do that as well. Normally, sometimes people just move the slider along, but you know, like the color, like what's what they call it, the balance hues. You know, I'll show you. Sometimes people may cheat and do this around here. Slide up the saturation with the hues to get the different colors and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, because pretty much it is a good way to cheat, but you know it's like but anyway, it's your own art style. But I want to keep this as I do want to. I think I'm going to turn it slightly to winter, like fall. You see how that works out. But I do want to keep some of the green in there as well. So I'm not going to mess with that yet. Maybe maybe a little later along the lines that I'll play around with the slider or whatever. Okay, so pretty much, excuse me real quick. So pretty much what I want to do here next, since I got this right here, you know, I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going this is where I'm going to get my posterization. I think I screwed up here. Give me 1 second. No, we're going to keep this here. I'm going to slide this down a bit so I can get more details coming in. You know, basically all the layers are kind of blended together as I take down, as I break things down to the simplest form. And with each layer, because I'm basically just rebuilding it back up to give it more of a painting effect, as you can see here, right? So now what I'm gonna do next, I'm going to turn this layer on here. Now I'm going to make this more of a posterization. But first, let me duplicate this layer because I'm going to do another layer. Not quite sure. Let's do number 6. This would be layer 4, I think. I'm sorry. This is layer 5. So we're going to do layer 6 here. All right, turn that layer off. Now this is going to be my posterization layer, right? We can filter gallery. And we'll go to posterization, which is in this artistic here. As you see, it gives the trees a little bit more, effect with the dark lines. And like I said, it all depends on what type of style that you're looking for. I'm pretty much just looking for a style. That seems to be more of a like a painting effect. Now I'm gonna turn this down way low because like the thickness of the edge, the black. Can you see the black specks in here? It's kind of a little strong, so I'm gonna turn it down way down because I do want to keep some of the stuff here. All right. Now let's let me see. What else can we do? All right, let's see if we can go ahead and do that. Change the color here. Now, when I change the color here, I'm going to first of all duplicate this layer because it's going to be my base layer 2, base layer color, and I'll just basically like making these layers and I name them different colors, so different names, so I can keep track of them. Turn it off, and also want to let you know I am kind of experimenting here, so I'm not really like set on the way it looks, because I'm just basically just playing around, having fun with it. So let's do this. Let's go to image. Let's do adjustment to hue and saturation. This will give you more of your winter effect. I mean, more of your spring effect or what have you. You know, you can see here, pretty much the mountain kind of changed colors. I'm gonna go in here and take that out because I want the color. I want the mountain to maintain its color. So this is what we come in here as taking, taking away the picture, and that's the reason why I made it a base layer. If I mess up, I can always go back and clean it up. But let's see what it looks like when I take away some of this stuff here. Um, I'm not too concerned about not touching the trees here. Matter of fact, I always like to do this to see where I'm erasing at. I always like to do a color overlay and bring it down a bit, and I'm gonna change it to red because I can see it better. It showed me where I'm touching the actual picture here. Now, if it doesn't work out, like I said, this is just for reference and playing around with it. I'm not silly, I'm not here, stuck on it, because I mean, like I said, this is a difficult picture to do because it has a lot of details in it, but that's fine. You know, yeah, I don't like that. Turn this off. A lot of times you can just go in here and just tap, tap a certain areas. Maybe it's just it's the beginning of fall and stuff is just changing around. Just give it a mixture. Also, I want to get rid of some of this. Just like I said before, I don't want to give away too much of the river here because I am going to leave some of the. I just want to give it some different color here. Maybe it's like the beginning of fall. Who knows? I do want to keep the moss. Just like and basically I'm just blending here. Not ain't doing stuff too heavy. Also be careful. Don't get too carried away because, like I said before, there's going to be some things that that's not going to be changed in here. I'm just basically just doing slight manipulation here, just like giving it a little color here. Taking away some things, giving some things here. Also know your nature because a lot of times like pine trees don't change colors, but the colors here I can mess with because they're pretty much more like, well, those are not pine trees. Actually, I take that back. These are not pine trees, but I know pine trees in the back. You can take away the color because those are most likely going to be those are most likely not going to change during the wintertime, of course. All right. Yeah, just take it, just make it a little bit more believable. I just basically just gave these colors here a little bit more, a little bit more change of color during the wintertime. Now maybe I should slide it up a little bit, give it a little yellow. I'm not quite sure. If you really want to make this look like winter, look like fall, but stuff is just changing around. So maybe just it's just a natural forest that stuff looks like that. All right. Now that I changed it around a bit, I'm gonna cut this off, turn it back on so you can see what's going on here. Now, like I said before, this is not gonna be perfect because this is gonna be treated like as a painting. So now I'm gonna turn this back on here. Now this is where I'm gonna get my painting effect from. This base layer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna duplicate this just in case. But this is where I'm gonna get my effect here. I don't name this layer oil layer. There we go. So now doing an oil layer, pretty much this is gonna be my oil filter here, or I'm gonna give it an oil painting effect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to filter. Excuse me, not filter gallery. I'm gonna go to stylize, and I'm gonna go to oil paints. And this is where where things get kind of interesting here. As you can see with the preview, make sure you move over here because sometimes the process will kind of mess up the picture here. As you can see, this is what the oil painting will look like. I'm going to slide it down a bit so I can cut back. See, I got the distortion there. I don't know why that happened. So I'm going to click OK. Now, if this doesn't work, because like I said before, if that distortion happens, then I can't do it. Matter of fact, I'll just do it with the distortion, and just backtrack. So we already got the sliders here, right? It's right now it's killing the picture. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, so right now I'm having this issue here. So I'm going to skip that effect. I'm going to do another effect then if that's going to happen. Move around that. So filter gallery, and that's a glitch with Photoshop. I don't know what's going on. Why it's glitching out like that. So I'm gonna do another. Let me see. I might get away with this, but this is like more like plastic wrap. But yeah, it does almost kind of work like. It almost kind of does work like oil painting. I don't like that. So let's try something different. Now this is a good one. This is like rough pastel. Want to do rough pastel? Let me see. I'm gonna do watercolor. See what watercolor look like. Cause I know we already did watercolor, but let me see if I can change the texture of it though. Like I said, it's all about playing around with it. What you want. Don't be afraid to mess up. I mean, if you don't mess up, you don't learn. Let's do sponge. Sponge looks a little bit weird. Maybe let's try something different. It's more like a relief. Let me see. Let's see if I can turn on the brightness. That might just work. Let's give it one. Edge width, smoothness. Here we go. I'm basically playing around with it because I want to try to get something going on here. Let's try that one. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's turn down the opacity here. All right, let's add the colors. All right, I think that's it. That's pretty decent. Yeah. Let's see if I should I add some yellow in here. I'm not quite sure. I mean, you know, this is basically just one of those things I did. So let's look at it without the all the necessary stuff. I'm gonna turn everything back on, turn these off, so we can see what the original picture looks like. This is the original picture. Yep. Now, if I really wanted to really want to get really detailed with it, you know, I could pretty much like go hard in. You know, matter of fact, I can slide the let me see, I can slide up the opacity on the posterization filter, and then click everything back over, just just so the details can shine in a little bit more. Let me see, it's the base layer color. Don't want that in there. That way, you know, it does have a little bit more details in there. And also, like, you know, if you're an animation artist and stuff like that, you can cheat. You don't have to do everything from scratch. You can just pretty much change around the color, grab a picture, change around the color and stuff like that. Let's add some more darkness to it, to the background. Let's see. I just want these little bit area a little darker a little bit, so everything can pop out a little bit more. So let me do this. Let me grab. That's why I said. That's why I always keep the base layer pure. No, I don't touch it. I don't need this dark BG. Right. Like I said, this is the reason why I like I said, I want to keep everything pure. All right, here we go. Let me see. Okay, okay. I kind of had a little brain fart there. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, I just want to turn this down so I can get more vibrancy in the picture. Yeah, just a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do some taking away. I'm going to take back. Let's see something. Let me do this. I'm going to duplicate the oil layer first, and I'm just going to turn this back on, and I'm going to take out. I'm going to take out this area here, like all the background here, to give it more of a dark feel or dark area. So it's just so everything can pop out a bit more. So we can have a little bit more vibrancy going on, as you can see. And make sure. As you see, we got a little more vibrancy going on here. Let me turn this down just a bit. I'm just basically hitting the dark area so we can screw it up here. So I'm basically just hitting the dark area so we can get a bit more. We get more depth with the picture here. Here we go. In the famous words of Bob Ross, maybe I got little squirrel friends running back here somewhere, you know, having a good old time, eating a nut, busting a nut. Okay, let me stop playing. I'll tell you, man, Bob Ross was the man back in the day when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. I know he'd been on TV longer than that, but Bob Ross is the one that really kind of got me interested in doing like art, you know. And actually, I did some oil painting in college, you know. Just want to clear this out. Yeah, I did some oil painting in college, as far as like a course curriculum and stuff like that. I think I did a I think I did a painting of my family portrait. Not my family portrait, but my cousin's family portrait. You know, of course I copied it from a picture though, but the creepy thing is like I left the faces because I wasn't really too good with faces with oil paint. But I don't know. I think they enjoyed the picture anyway. And basically, like I said, I'm just taking out. I'm just basically just taking out some things so some things can highlight in the picture. You know, and I'm not gonna do too much. I just basically want to get in here, like normally where the you know where the darkness would come in and with the trees. I just basically just want it to pop out a bit more. All right, let's turn it off. Everything else, see how it looks from scratch. This is the original piece, and we'll turn everything back on. Excuse me, and we're gonna see how everything looks after I added some dark colors and background to it. Pops out a little bit more vibrant. I like that. I forgot to add the add some of the, the fall color. So let me bring it up a bit so we get more of that fall vibrancy in there. All right, I'll say this is complete. Now I wish I could get. I'm gonna try to get a bit more in my next art session here. I am going to try to get it a little bit more cartoonish, but this is pretty much what you can do to get started off. Say if you're doing an animation series or you want to do cartoons, if you do, excuse me, if you do comic books, if you and you're not that good in doing backgrounds, because I know I'm not good in doing backgrounds, you can always cheat. Go out and get you a photo camera. Go out and take some pictures of nature, downtown Detroit, not downtown Detroit, excuse me, that's my hometown. Go out, take pictures of the city, city streets, and manipulate it. The best bet is to go take the pictures of your own. You can do you can, The best thing about this too is like with the techniques I showed you, you could take a low resolution picture and turn it into this. And matter of fact, I think I'm gonna let me see what time it is. Matter of fact, how about this? Tomorrow, I will show you how to take a low resolution picture and turn it into a high resolution artwork, a piece of art. So yeah, I'm gonna not duplicate this canvas. I'm gonna convert this to smart layer, smart object. That way, everything is all at once. I'm gonna file, save it. I'm gonna save as anime forest. How about that? There we go. Save. Click OK. And also, what you can do is this: like once you get done with this, you could go back in, like say if you want to add a little bit more. But like for example, I would right now it doesn't look I want to add more. Let's tell you what. Before I end this session here, let me add a little bit more color to it, as far as the winter color too, because I do want that to pop out a bit. I still gotta go in here and take out some stuff here, but that's fine. So let me do this. Let me push the slider. Let me go here to the hue and saturation. There we go. I'm gonna pop it a bit, make it a little more hotter. Pop it up a bit, and I'm gonna go in and do like I did before. I'm just gonna take some things out. So here we go. Go here. I most definitely want to keep the sky the same color and stuff like that. But it'll say if it's just fall. Also, I want the mountain to be the same too, same color. I'm just gonna take all this shit out here. Here we go. Like I said, the deciduous forest is going to the deciduous part, or pine trees, the pineiferous. Yeah, I think I don't know. I forgot the actual term for it, but I want to get rid of all this shit. I want to be careful of the water because I do want to keep some of the color in the water. But I am gonna like take this down a bit. I'm basically just tapping the mouse. I'm not holding anything down, because the fact is I just want to take it a little bit as off as possible. Also, let me see right here. There we go. And I just wanted to add a little bit more of the color to it. The more the color, you make it pop out a little bit more. Now, when you do painting, sometimes it will be perfect, sometimes it's not perfect. But who said what is perfect and what is not perfect? Because the fact is, like, every artist has their own eye. All right. Okay, let me slide it up. Let me see. Let me slide it up just a bit. I'm going to increase the saturation, see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Okay, and not only that, I can see where I need to take away some. There you go. Like I say, you want to leave some color in the water a bit. Matter of fact, that's it. That is it. All right, I'm gonna leave that it is. File save, and I'm going to export as JPEG because who knows. That looks good. That looks hella good. Now I know some people say I wouldn't do it that way. That's fine. Everybody has their own way of doing things. So maybe tomorrow morning, I will show you how to do turn a low resolution picture into a high resolution artwork. Say that you got an Instagram picture. And I'm going to use the same picture that I have posted on my Instagram. How I turn one of my followers. I think his name is Mary Blood Rose. She's pretty much she's an African American goth chick. Has a very good style, very good flow, and I'm going to show you how to turn her into turn a low resolution picture and make a high resolution artwork. So anyway, I'm going to end the live here. I do thank you so much for joining in. Again, like and subscribe. Also share the videos, share my channel. Make sure I get out there, so I can increase the views, increase the YouTube algorithms. Also check out my book series, The Dark ICHALOCHA TERRES. Book 3 is available. 1 to 3 books are, books 1 to 3 are available. It's available now on Kindle. Also check out the website as well, which everything's posted down the link below. Hey, check out, just check me out. All right, take care and peace.